weekend in the Robinson hearing, Tyler Robinson hearing, and some of the bullshit propaganda that some people have been, spewing everywhere ever since then. Some of the lies. So it's a joke. It's ridiculous. They're shitty liars. Um, and yeah, we'll take a look at some of that. So anyway, um, and let me just for shits and giggles. Okay, there we go. Now, okay. I was gonna make sure I was live because my little indicator there was showing 0, but finally it jumped up there, so we're good. So anyway, good morning, guys. Real quick, let's go over. Let's see who we got. We got Debbie Smith, first one in the house. It looks like. Good to see you, and absolutely share, subscribe, like the video, please, please, please. Let's see. We got Keza. What's up, Keza? How are you doing this morning? Okay, and we've got, let's see, let me keep going. Debbie Smith, thank you for the super sticker. Very generous. Thank you very much. And yes, um, I don't even know how much that trip cost us for the baseball. It was ridiculous. Ended up having to get an extra night or two, and last minute it was just it was way more than it should have been. So all that being said, any and all super chats, super stickers, and all that kind of thing are very much appreciated. So anyway, not going to argue if anybody wants to super chat or super sticker. Kelly in the house. Good morning, Kelly. Always good to see you. Well, let's see who else we got here. Basic in the house. Good to see you, Basic. Oh, Reginator, just about scrolled past you. I'm sorry. Good to see both of y'all. Always good to see y'all. Adams Acre. Always nice to see you, Adams Acre. Let's see. We got the Real One podcast in the house. Imagine that. Let's see. Who else we got here? Don't want to miss anybody. Dutch Silver. Hey, what's up, Dutch Silver? Good to see you again. Let's see. And I know there's going to be more piling in, but I like to at least call out the ones that are here at the beginning. So, y'all guys are awesome. Hey, Rod, good morning. How you doing this morning? Well, this morning, this afternoon, or whatever it happens to be. Let's see. Licit, good to see you here, Licit. Always good to see you. Good morning, good afternoon. Well, good to see everybody that's here. I'm sure there's going to be more as we get into this, and I'll try to catch them. But yeah, I wanted to for sure call out the ones oh, Debbie Smith gifted a membership. I don't know who'll get it, but please give Miss Debbie some love. Thank you, Miss Debbie. Really appreciate that. I don't know if anybody's checked to see, but it just absolutely blows my mind. Anybody in the chat want to, well, I'm afraid you'll go look, and then that's just not the same. I was going to ask if anybody knows how many members we've got. It's absolutely insane. I just can't believe it. I checked it the other day. I hadn't checked it in a little bit. Whoever gets that one will make 115 members. Y'all are just so generous, and that is just absolutely amazing. I just can't even believe it. And we are going to start doing our members lives. Plan on doing a members live this week. I will just stay tuned. I will make sure and give y'all plenty of advance notice on that members live. And so, yeah, we'll definitely get that done. We got Abs in the house. I don't think I've seen you in here, Abs. Good morning, and it is definitely good to see you. I'll go ahead and tell you, we've got a rule. If anybody just like randomly, ends up in here, pops up into the chat, we have a rule that we expect you here every time after that, or at least as much as possible. And so hopefully you'll obey the rules, and we will see you here a whole lot. This is a great place to hang out. Best chat on the internet. I'm not even going to talk about me, but just the community. It is absolutely amazing. These people make you feel more than welcome. So again, welcome. Thank you for being here. Make sure you're subscribed, notification bell, all that good stuff. And yeah, memberships are always an option since I was just speaking of that. Good morning, Shauna. How you doing this morning? Good to see you. Good to see you. Always good to see you, Shauna. Let's see. Cool pigeon. There we go. There's 116, guys. We are 116 and climbing. Thank you so much, cool pigeon. And good morning. Good to see you. Let's see. Usually quiet, but you're right. Okay. Well, that's fine too. But hey, anytime you feel like popping into the chat, um, you're more than welcome. And I can promise you, everybody here will make you feel, if it's just cause you're a little shy, don't be. These people will, definitely make you feel right at home. If it's just because it's not your thing, I get it. Just please keep watching. Anyway, all right. Well, let's see. I think we're good for now. I don't think anybody else has slipped in past me. So, all right. I think we're good to go for now. Uh-oh. Hey, yes, please. Prayers for Shauna. I hate to hear that, Shauna. That is awful. Uh, God, is that something that do you normally have seizures, or is that just is this something new? And I hate that, y'all. Y'all please pray for Shauna. And yes, please like, please subscribe, all that stuff. All right. So anyway, I don't know. I know. For the most part, most of the people that hang out, at least in the chat, they are maybe a little familiar with X, but definitely don't hang out on X. There are a few that do. You got Penny Copeland, and look, there's several that are on X, but I'd say the majority of people are not. So a lot of this is going to come from X. I always like to, anytime I feel like there's something on there that you might not necessarily get from YouTube, I like to bring it to y'all guys. So I do have several different clips, a few pictures, some posts that are from X, and it's just crazy. You want to talk about a mind war? My God, it's a mind war and a half that we're going through right now, and I just can't believe the balls of these people. I mean, just blatantly lying about this stuff, and I don't understand why. I'm sorry, guys. I meant to have myself bigger. I don't understand why. I do. I mean, they're pretty invested at this point, and as bad as I hate to say it, because I know they did some good work. Turning Point USA is in a tailspin. Um, yeah, they're just waiting to crash and burn, and these people are desperate, and they're trying to keep the thing going, and you know lying to people about it is just not the way to do it. And why they're so desperate to convict Tyler instead of trying to find the person who is actually people, nation states, whatever, that are actually responsible for it, and get actual justice for Charlie. Why they are so dead set on Tyler Robinson, you know, hey, that's anybody's guess. Y'all just have to come to your own conclusion on that one. I got some thoughts, but I don't know. It's crazy. Obviously, at the top of my list would be the fact that I'd say all indicators point towards our greatest ally, and of course, we couldn't have that getting out. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. So let's see. Adams Acre, Yang, he still didn't get one out of. And yeah, while I'm before I get rolling too deep, let's see. Miss Debbie, thank you for the membership. Thank you for the membership. Whoever gets it, show her some love. Show her some love. And then look at there. Man, Miss Debbie's on a roll this morning. That she gifted 5 memberships, and so 5 of you lucky individuals, should be receiving one. Please, please give Miss Debbie some love. And, you know, just do me a favor, if you will. You know, you're getting that first month free. Just at some point, slip in there and, continue the subscription. It's going to suck if I got 100, at this point, about 120 plus. If I wake up one day and all of a sudden I've got like 60, because everybody that got a gift had just dropped it. Anyway, I don't think, I don't think I got to worry about it. At least not everybody dropping out. Teasing on bad goy territory. Yeah, I guess I'm a bad goy. Bad goy, bad goy. Yep, I am a bad goy. I'm not a model goy. It is what it is. Okay, and obviously, as in the thumbnail, we will hear from Candace also, the principal. And yeah, I'm sure everybody in here watched her last night, but yeah, she says she's ready for it. She's saying, "Bring it on, motherfucker!" So things are gonna get interesting, to say the least. So anyway, let me figure out where I'm gonna start with this. So I think one of the okay, I think one of the, I mean, possibly more important things that we have learned, and again, it's from pictures and video that the state released during the trial. We're able to take those and compare them to other stuff. And so one thing one thing that seems to be really interesting is the fact that either Tyler has two damn near identical cars, or at some point, one of the cars that they are claiming is Tyler is not Tyler. Imagine that. And I didn't think to find that clip, but let's see. So one super interesting thing that come out was the fact that, and I don't remember if I mentioned this when I was live the other night or not, but um, the lady that had the Ring doorbell camera that caught Tyler, air quotes, Tyler Robinson on it in his car, claimed that there was a bald man driving. And it was a bald man with three other people in the car. Strange, right? If it so either it was Tyler Robinson and allegedly Blake Neff was driving it around, which would be kind of awkward, or maybe it wasn't even the same car. So I got some pictures and some video to show y'all. I was trying to find this. Let's see. Trying to find the thing about the bald guy. Sorry, I can't like talk and spell at the same time, I guess, for some reason. Okay, let's see. X is pretty good about like when you can actually find stuff when you search, which is odd. Found it. God, I'm telling you, I'm good. Okay. Now, so I guess that's where we'll start. Seems like a fine place to start, guys. Seems like a fine place to me. Okay. So, according to the state, they saw his car like 4 times um, that day. And when I say that day, I mean that very loosely. From whatever that first time was in the morning, I can't remember now exactly what time. Was it 8 something? Either way, from then until after midnight that night slash the following morning, however you want to look at that. But yes, like 4 times. He just kept coming back, kept coming back. What's up? Sorry. What's up, Henderson? Got Henderson in the house. Hey, hey, hey. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. Okay, let's see if anybody else slipped in that okay. I know there'll be more. Come on in, guys. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna pull up this post. All right. Now, there we go. Good Lord. All right. And I feel like there's a reason why he clarified. We interviewed her, to authenticate the video, to make sure that it was legit video, her video, and hadn't been edited. I feel like he threw that out there for a reason. I think that he was actually, without saying that, good morning, Tony. I think without actually saying it, he was letting everybody know that he didn't ask about any other details. Now, some other details may have been given. He sure didn't ask. He didn't recall. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Can't remember anything else she said. Just that the the video footage is legit. Came from her camera. They didn't fuck with it. It is their camera footage. It's legit. Okay. All right. That's whoa. No sound? Are you kidding me? Hey, can anybody else hear sound? No sound. No sound. No sound. Okay. What the hell? Telling you what. Them YouTube gremlins. Okay, let's see here. Let me remove this. We're going to try this again. Stop screen. Share screen. Share tab audio. Oh, good Lord. I did a Baron. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Guys, y'all have to forgive me. I did a Baron. I did a Baron Coleman. All right. Let's try this again, guys. Now, what I said will probably make a little more sense to y'all now.
A little bit about the Ring camera that you obtained, and you interviewed a woman named Ms. Noble, is that right? To get that Ring camera that we watched with the car on the outside?
We interviewed her to verify the authenticity of the video, yes.
Just
And
the
were you involved in
authenticity.
that interview?
With Miss Noble, yes.
And do you recall what they told you about what they remember seeing in and around that car that night?
I don't recall. I just know we were there to verify the video. I didn't conduct an interview with Miss Noble at that time.
So, just authenticating it, nothing else. No other details. Please don't tell me any other details.
Okay.
Especially nothing inconvenient.
Can we please bring up whole? Sorry, just a moment.
And again, I don't understand. He had to have known where she was going with this, or is he that retarded? I mean, maybe he's that retarded. But she gave him the opportunity.
Poll 48. This is Miss Noble's interview. Do you have it? All right, do you remember that? Looking at that interview, does that refresh your recollection?
I remember reading the report at some point, yes.
And do you remember
Just don't
that the
remember what's in
Nobles
it.
told you that the driver of the vehicle was bald?
I do remember that being in the report. Yes.
Oh,
And you didn't mention that today when you were talking about that ring camera, did you?
I love that. You didn't mention that a few minutes ago when we were talking about the ring camera, did you? Go, Catherine Nestor. There's one on the board for the defense.
I did not.
I did not. Like somebody just slapped him.
And did they also tell you there were 3 other people in the car?
Yes, I believe they thought that was the case.
Yes, I believe they thought that was the case. He's full of shit and purposely left that out. You're not going to tell me that if you had one conversation with a person to ask them about some footage that they submitted, the fact that there was some bald ass dude driving the car and that there were 3 other people in the car with him, that would not be something that you would remember. Besides that, if this is a real investigation to confirm that that was indeed Tyler Robinson's car and that he was in there somewhere, they would have to, by some means, verify who all of those people in that car were. Because guess what? If none of them are Tyler and it happens to not be the same car, what the hell good is it? I mean, like, what are you proving? So, sounds to me like some extremely shoddy police work for whatever reason. I'd say it's intentional. Some people would say they're just dumbasses. Could be a combination of both. I'd say both. Okay. So that being said, let's take a
You
look at
interviewed
the.
a woman named Ms. Noble, is that right?
Okay. So let's take a look at his. So this is the video that they took in the parking garage at UVU. And of course, they claim this is Tyler Robinson's car. Notice, I mean, yes, it's very gritty, grainy, and shitty. And of course, they have the shittiest cameras on planet Earth in Utah. But notice the exhaust here. If y'all can see my pointer, there are 2 holes there. You come over here on the other side, plainly 2 holes. That makes 4, correct? Correct. All right. So, oh shit. This one is most definitely Tyler Robinson's car. This is a screenshot from a video of it being picked up. I believe it was picked up from his house. But this is a screenshot from a video of the car being put on a rollback and hauled off, to wherever it went. Sheriff's Department, whatever. How many pipes you see here? Yeah, I only see 2. Instead of having the 4 pipes, see how it has this rectangular? And I've seen both of these styles. See how it's rectangular instead of having 2 round ones? Ain't that strange? So what does that mean? Well,
Right? To get that ring.
wish it would quit auto playing that. There it is on the rollback. That one was definitely his car. Pretty sure they picked it up from his house. So, What does that mean? Well, it seems like one of the trips that he, huge air quotes, made to UV, that he made to UVU, wasn't a trip of him going to UVU. It appears that that was somebody else. Oh, but there's more. Trust me, there is more. All right, so let's see what else. Let me find the next one. We got all kinds of posts on that. Now I'm not gonna beat a dead horse and just keep on and on and on and on. But all right, so let's see here. Here's another one. Watch this video in the comments closely. Car pulls into the garage, and at 8 in the morning, looks like Tyler's car matches his. But, all right, so let's see. But the car he is seen walking back to and leaves is not the same Challenger. The only explanation is that they have doctored these videos and or Tyler was on campus another day in his Challenger. Something of all this show, people are methodically framing Tyler Robinson. You will even see that the ring doorbell footage is not the same car they had on video leaving the parking garage. One car has a custom chin lip front bumper, while Tyler Robinson's car does not have this custom chin lip front bumper that sticks out much further from the rest of the front end. First two pictures are Tyler's car, second are of a Challenger with a custom chin lip front bumper leaving the garage. See comments for 8 a.m. video of a car matching Tyler's, but again, not that when this car leaves after parking. The chin lip front bumper is not the same as was on the car when parked. I know that was a mouthful. Now, one thing that they said several times, as far as identifying this car, confirming that it is Tyler Robinson's car. Obviously, they claim the license tag and stuff, but I mean, I have not seen any proof of that yet. Everything I've seen has been so blurry. Regardless, they said he had very, what was the word they used? Very, basically that the wheels are something really one of a kind. It's just, they're different. Very, very, well, I wish I could think of the word that he used. But anyway, basically that it had some special kind of wheels on it. Well, this one right here is his car. This is it going on the rollback, on the wrecker when it got picked up. Do y'all see anything special about that? Do y'all see anything special about those wheels? I mean, like, just about every single one in this particular model has that exact wheel on it. That is a factory wheel. That is nothing special, nothing aftermarket, nothing noteworthy. That is a plain Jane damn Dodge Challenger wheel. Nothing fancy, nothing special. Again, all right, so let's look at the lip. All right. This one we know is his. Okay, come on now. Let me zoom on this. I don't know if y'all can tell tell by that or not. We'll try it there if you can't see. All right. You see this lip here? Right here where my cursor is. All right, that right there is the lip. If you go back there, and I've got some better pictures that'll show this better, but you see how much further that lip sticks out there on that car? I'm sorry. No, this one is the same. This one's just a little bit different angle, so it does look a little bigger. This is the one in the parking garage. Now, do we see how noticeably bigger this is? This thing sticks way on out there. Look at that. Look how far that thing sticks out there compared to Tyler's. There is no way. There's no way that's the same car. Look, again. So what does that mean? I don't know, other than they've doctored the video. They've got something, you know. I know it means it looks like they're framing him, but I think we kind of all, kind of all know that. Just a little more, just a little further proof of it. Let's see what else we got. Okay, here's the here's this about the wheels. This is from I Don't Give a Dom. She has a YouTube. Y'all go check her out if you have not. She's really good. She does I know that she's friends with Allie and some other people that are really good. So yes. Anyway, and she's really good. She's a hell of a researcher. So here's the wheel. It's a factory ass Dodge wheel. That's all that is. See, look here. Watch here. Boop. All right. That went up there on top. The STX, every single one of them has got that wheel. Nothing special. Okay, does the footage and Dodge Challenger shown during the preliminary trial for Tyler Robinson show distinct wheels? Distinct wheels is what he said. Yes, as Agent David Hull, the one with the British accent, the MI5 accent, with the Utah Department of Public Safety testified. I've provided examples of Dodge Challenger rims and a 2015 Dodge Challenger replacement wheel. It is a plain Jane stock wheel. And there we go. That's the vehicle. It's believed to belong to Mr. Robinson. That's what he says. This is the one in the parking garage. This is the one with the big old front lip on it. This one you can't really tell because it's too far into that turn. It's approximately 8:30 in the morning on September 10th, 2025. So we're not just pulling pictures out of our asses. This is the state's evidence. So this is what they're putting out there. Okay, what are we going to look at next? All right, we'll go here. All right, let's see. That's pretty long. Let's see. I don't know that I've read this yet. So, you sure you want to attest this? You are going to ruin your credibility. This is from Sonny on X. The Challenger that entered the garage was not Tyler's. The Challenger that entered has no quad tip exhaust. The car that exited had a custom front bumper that extends out further than the front end. Neither of which Tyler's car has. So then we must ask, well, I lost my place. Good Lord. Okay, so then we must ask who the guy dressed to appear as Tyler Robinson. Who was the guy that was dressed to appear like Tyler Robinson? And it appears that there was 10 of them there with all the maroon shirts and blue jeans. These are just a couple of the glaring lies and false evidence. You also have someone from UVU security or police that was editing the UVU footage in several ways to include changing camera identifiers. The morning video shows the stairwell, level 2 northeast as level 2, where the guy walks down the stairwell and allegedly onto campus to make contact with TPUSA staff. That is a very noteworthy point. They are claiming that Tyler, when he got there, he walked into the place and walked directly over there and made contact, literally talked to Turning Point USA employees. That does not sound good to me. Again, why is somebody from Turning Point not being, looked into about this? Oh, because they're Turning Point, they're friends, they wouldn't do that. Yeah. So, sounds to me like there was some kind of coordination. Hey, is the game plan still on? All the details going to be right? This is all allegedly. Am I good to go? Okay, let's do it. Why else would he just randomly walk in there and start talking to it? I mean, it's not like he just happened upon him somewhere. I mean, he literally walked over there to where they were setting up and had a conversation. I wonder who it was. Blake Neff, maybe? Mikey McCoy? Dan Flood? Brian Harpo? Maybe all of them. Don't know. Okay. To make contact with the TPUSA staff while the stairwell footage says 9:24 a.m. Problem, as soon as the agent walks us through the portion attesting to this on the stand, and it shows the guy framing Tyler walking back to the car. That camera says 9:25 a.m. So in less than a full minute, this guy walks onto campus singles with TPUSA staff. I'm not sure what that was supposed to be, but with TPUSA staff, and then teleports back to the parking garage and is on level 2, walking back to the car in less than 1 minute. No, I don't think so. Oh, also in less than a minute, as the video shows, 2 additional SUVs parked at the far end of the garage. Oh, and the sun moved super fast and was no longer shining on the garage floor. Then in the second video for that day, when they say Tyler entered the tunnel and walked up level 1 stairwell, and the next level stairwell continues tracking his movement, which is in fact the level 2 stairwell from that morning. The identifier for that camera's location was changed to level 1 northeast, but it's level 2. These are just a few of the issues. I hope this is the kind of thing that I hope the defense is looking at and looking for. Obviously, they're his defense team. They should be figuring all this stuff out on their own. But, okay, those exploding mic stuff, I'm good with it. I want to figure out what actually happened. But as far as the defense themselves, I mean, their main job is just to attack the main points that the state is using to prosecute him and cast reasonable doubt on that. This right here casts a lot of reasonable doubt on the whole car thing and some of these trips that he's made in and out of the place that they're claiming he made. Okay, again, that one, you see that? That's got the quad tips. That's got the 4 pipes. Ooh, look at there. That's it going on the rollback. Absolutely does not have it. Absolutely no quad tips on that car. And here we go. Close up of the front bumper. You see where that front bumper stops right there? Not especially long. Look at that. That is especially long. It's crazy. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Oops. Now, let me go back to where... Okay, now. So, they full of shit, which we know that. We know that. But here's just a little more proof. So, let's see. Yeah, here's an up close if you'd like to see of the difference between the two. So this is a picture on the rollback. Once again, single rectangular exhaust pipe, just like this. And this is what was in that picture. Something more similar to this. Something very similar to this. That's a problem. I mean, unless he swapped his exhaust the same day, maybe to, keep himself more incognito. Shit, I don't know. I don't think so. All right, let's see. Is that the last one I wanted to show there? Let me see if that was the last one on the car. There's so much on it. People really hit that one hard, which, I mean, hey, it's important. All right, here we go. Again, this is just a collection of pictures of, here you go. I'll make it as big as I can. This is just a collection of pictures showing the difference. If you'll look down here where my cursor is, bottom left, you see quad exhaust, 4 pipes showing. Come over here to the right, and that is most definitely not 4 exhaust pipes. That is 2 rectangular ones. Come up here to the top. Look at this one on the right. This is a very clear image of that car. Do you see? Now, this one is his car. This is sitting in the same driveway. These pictures, top and bottom, were both taken at the same time. This is when they went and picked the car up. You can plainly see where that box is. that bumper does not stick out like that. Come over here on the left, and the one that drove through the parking garage definitely does. And see, all these little things that people are picking up on is the kind of thing that they would have never in a million years guessed that we would be picking up on. Um, they've underestimated us, guys. That's all I can say is they have underestimated us. Okay. Well, at this point, I guess we're beating a dead horse. I think I've pretty well proved my point there. So let's move on to something different. Uh-oh, I probably got way behind on the chat. Let's see. I did. I got way behind. Yeah, I do remember hearing about that. And, I don't know. Hopefully he gets a good defense. At the end of the day, maybe they searched her out. Maybe they found out, you know, I don't know. Maybe she's not like directly involved. Maybe she is actually giving him a good defense. Maybe they were just trying to see what her strong points and weak points were. And I don't know. I mean, who knows? But I hate it. Yep, there you go, Rick. Standard shit. All right, just making sure there ain't nothing I need to jump on right away. All right, I will scroll. Look at there. We got Jax in the house. Good morning, Jax. Good morning, Jax. Good to see you here. Hey, Stacy dropped in too. She snuck right on in here. Good morning, Stacy. Good to see you. Good to see you. We going over some X stuff. Always good to see y'all guys. Let's see. All right. Anybody else that has snuck in here? I don't think so. Oh, uh-huh. Look at there. Do we know who this one is? Do we know who this one is? Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. How are you doing this morning? That is our retired detective that we had a little talk with the other day. Good to see you in here. Thank you so much. And we are going to sit down again very soon. And we've already been talking about it, so. Frank Rizzo, yeah, I agree. It'd be nice to have something like that. I have not seen as much though. Um, and are you a regular here? Because I don't remember seeing your name, at least not very much. If you are, forgive me. If not, we got a rule. If you show up once, we expect you here all the time, if possible. Um, so hopefully you'll do that, and we'll see you here a lot more. This is the best chat you'll ever find. Best chat on the internet. Everybody will make you feel more than welcome, and it's just a good place to hang out. Um, the term is way overdone used, and it's doesn't. I don't know, but it's a air quotes safe space. All right, let's see. I was just looking through here to see if anybody else snuck in. I like to call my peeps out as they come in. Jeannie, hey, good to see you, Jeannie. I know I'm getting there. Need like 30 something more subs, and I'll be sitting at that 1,000. I can't wait. Y'all tell everybody you know. Hey, we got Romania in the house. What's up, Andra? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, let's get back after it. We got more stuff to go through. All right, so, all right, what do we want to look at next? We just looked at the car, so, all right, let's look at, this is, and y'all have probably seen this before, but I'm going to show it for any that may possibly not have seen this. God, I wish it was bigger. Well, it'll be bigger when okay. So, yeah, a little bigger. There we go. I was able to zoom on it some. All right. So this is the kid in the stairwell. Now, this up here is our alleged transgender Luna Lance Twigs. Now, you take and insert a hat and a pair of glasses on this person, and this is what you get. Tell me, tell me that that is not what that looks like. That's as big as it's going to get right there. Tell me that is not what that who that looks like. I mean, he's got the exact same jaw, which I've said from the get-go that there were a lot of pictures that looked like they could have been Lance. But and obviously, you know, they're not looking at him, and I guess we know why. I feel like, allegedly, my opinion only, that he probably was very involved in framing Tyler. And I don't know, maybe we can turn this thing on its head. That's what I'm hoping for. Like I said, I don't have anything for Tyler. I don't care anything about Tyler Robinson. I don't give a shit about Tyler Robinson specifically, other than I hate to see a innocent man get blamed for something. I mean, this is a capital offense. It's not like a jaywalking ticket. So, you know. All right, this is very interesting. This is Tyler. This is more footage that just came out in the hearing, and of course,
so we're able to track.
Oops. All right, let's see.
Mr. Robinson, when he leaves this.
And I'm just going to warn you, it is not the best footage in the world, but now none of their footage is. So what we're looking at is Tyler as he's coming. This came out in the trial. This was not available before. So, or in the hearing. So this is Tyler walking through the parking garage going up, as long as I'm remembering correctly. I'm pretty sure that's right. Either way, this is supposedly Tyler Robinson. This is him and his limp. And we're just going to watch it straight through one time, and then I'm going to point a little something out.
And again, we're able to track. So we're able to track Mr. Robinson.
And I can't remember. Maybe he points it out in here. But if not, I'm going to point it out.
When he leaves this parking structure.
Yes, we were able to.
See that stiff left leg?
And again, we're able to track. So we're able
You
to
see
track
that
Mr.
stiff
Robinson,
right leg? Oopsies!
When he leaves this parking structure.
Watch very closely.
Yes, we were able to.
He's not bending his left leg. Watch very closely.
And again, we're able
He's
to
not
track,
bending his
we're
right
able to
leg.
track Mr. Robinson,
What's up with that?
when he leaves this parking structure.
Again,
Yes,
stiff
we were able to.
left leg. Definitely, no doubt. Going up
And
the
again, we're able
stairs,
to track-
stiff
so we're
right
able to
leg.
track Mr.
No
Robinson,
doubt.
When he
Looks like somebody forgot which leg they supposedly had a gun down. That's what it looks like to me. What do y'all guys think?
leaves this parking structure.
That's what it looks like to me. I mean, if you had a big ass rifle shoved down in your pants, there would be no way for you to just randomly swap which leg you bent. Correct?
Yes, we were able to.
What am I missing?
And again,
This
we're
is the
able to
exact
track-
same?
so we're able to track Mr. Robinson when he leaves this parking structure.
Yes.
See, this is all within the same video clip, the same time frame. Like, I don't think there was any swapping the gun from one leg to the other. You know, still in the same clothes, in the exact same location. That was him going up the stairs and coming back down. Again, why did he swap legs? Must not have been too stiff if he was able to swap legs like that, right? Maybe he didn't have a gun in there. Again, maybe he forgot which leg was supposed to be stiff. Maybe they didn't consider him going up the stairs when they decided which leg he would limp. So this idiot decides that he's going to do a recreation of this and show you that it is totally possible and plausible.
90-something% certain. In the photo, you can start to see an outline of the stock, okay? This has solved the riddle that has been bugging me the whole time about the bulk of the stock. Essentially, I believe now with 90 something percent certainty that the stock was carried this way and the barrel was carried on the side. Now, whether or not the scope came off or not, that's an item for debate, and we can talk about the ramifications of that later. But I think with certainty, or fair, not, you can't be certain about anything, but I think as close as we can be to certain, this is how this was carried. And I'm gonna let this guy demonstrate. We're also gonna go out.
I want to point out one thing. The prosecution claims he had it down his pant leg. Not that he had it shoved in his waistband, stuck up under his armpit. They said he had it down his pant leg and it was impeding his whatever, his gait.
Out in the stairwell, shoot a little video of him walking in the stairs so you can see that it was possible to climb the stairs like this. So, go ahead.
That's not the way Tyler was walking.
That's why I think he hooked it underneath his armpit. Kept his arms straight down, because if you see when he walks, he doesn't have his hands in pockets, they're out. Keep your hands out. All right, now walk towards me, or walk that way.
Sorry guys, that don't prove shit. And the other thing that I want to point out, he's wearing carpenter pants. Tyler was not wearing carpenter pants. I'm not going to say they were actually skinny jeans, but they were definitely a slim fit. I mean, definitely no carpenter pants. This guy's got all the room in the world in them britches. But like I said, it just doesn't really prove anything. In case you hear, because I have heard it myself, that somebody on the internet did this, tested and proved exactly that he could do this. I mean, he even says in the post, yes, you can of course still bend your knee. The whole thing is based off of it being down his pant leg, and I mean, the prosecution says specifically that's why he couldn't bend his knee. So, to me, that doesn't prove shit. I don't think that's what happened. Okay. On to the next one. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. Well, let's see. So, about the gun. So we got some more images of the alleged weapon that was used. And believe it or not, shit's not adding up. I know that's got to be just wild to y'all, but yeah, shit don't seem to be adding up. Let's have a look here. Okay. This is the original photo that came out way back, way back. This was the one from the New York Post. And this is supposedly, and looks like it very well could be, a Mauser 98. Sporterized. Got the more modern stock on it. You can buy those stocks and put them on them all day long. Lots of them have done that way. Okay. I want you to notice something. For one, this gun is a right-handed gun, as you would expect it to. I mean, most guns are. There are, I mean, trust me, you can get a left-handed gun, but this one is right-handed. This is the right side of the gun. And if you look right here where my pointer is, you can see the bolt handle to cycle it. Now, this is not addressing the whole possible safety issues or any of that. This is just the way this gun is laying here like this. So we're looking at the right-hand side of it. We have the bolt here on the right side, correct? All right, a couple other things we're going to look at. This scope. if you will notice on the top and on this side, so on the right hand side is the little cover that you pull off there to make your adjustments on the scope. Got one on top, one on the right side. Okay, and if you look, there's some white wording on the edge of the scope here. Numbers, words, letters, whatever. And then if you'll notice right here on this adjustment, there are more white letters right here where my cursor is on the back end of the scope. Also, this scope is set all the way back as far as you can possibly be set back. And I've said from day one, if somebody shot that thing like that, it would probably cut their eye open. Maybe not, could be wrong on that, but it is way, way too far back. So keep that in mind. And I will show you some of the other pictures that the state produced at the hearing. So here's the one with it wrapped in a towel. Yeah, okay. Not a whole lot different there that you can see. I will say, I don't know what it is about it. I guess maybe just because it's broken down. That's not the same box. If you'll notice here on the top flap, you see how you've got this little flat here, and then it comes up and you've got these flaps on the edges that are really wide, they appear to be. Well, and I guess maybe, I don't know, something looks different. Something looks funny about it to me. Regardless, trust me, that is the least of their issues. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it looks like there's not as much space in between those two tabs on the second box I showed. But regardless, here we go. Okay. Now, it's a shitty picture. I apologize. Let's see. Let me see if this other one is better. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where is that picture? This is not what I'm looking for. There's some better pictures on the internet. So there's just a couple things I want to point out in this picture. Okay, let's go back to the first one. Do we see the shape of this stock? It's got a fairly short butt stock, pretty square and blocky, appears to be fairly flat. Do we see the difference here? How much more of a taper this has got and how it's contoured, how this stock is contoured here. You see, that's not the same stock. Look at it. Look at that stock. Look at the butt plate on that stock. Look at the butt plate on that stock. Now, see right here where your hand goes? Right there on the back. Very, very short. This one, longer, more tapered. And if you'll notice, well, let me go back here. Okay. Do you see any sling mounts on this thing? It appears there's one here on the buttstock on the bottom. Look at the forearm. Do you see a sling mount on there? Sorry, pulled the same picture up again. Oh, shit. That is a very, very apparent, clearly a sling mount there on that forearm. Yep, even in this blurry ass, terrible picture, you can see that sling mount. Now, another thing that I want to bring up, I don't know why I keep trying to do that. I'm just screwing myself. Okay, another thing I want to bring up. Do you see where this scope ring is at? On the front of the scope. And oh, God, I gotta quit messing with that. Okay. And it's kind of hard to tell because we're looking at opposite sides of the gun. All right. So again, let's go back to this. You see how that smoke that ring is right there on the edge of the chamber. That's right where the bullet comes in the chamber. Right here, you can see the bolt here, and then right here is the edge of the receiver. Well, that mount is right on the edge of it. It looks like it's hanging back behind it a little bit, honestly. So if we go to this one, it appears right here is that same line. Now, it is hard to tell because these pictures are, different sides and different angles. But it appears that this scope mount is not in the same position as it is in that other picture. Now, one thing I really want to point out, though, is do we see this knob here? We are looking at the left-hand side of this gun. This knob appears to be on the left-hand side of the gun. Well, they don't have one on the left and right. They have one either, depending on how you've got it turned, on the left or on the right. We'll go back to this one. Okay, that knob is plainly on the right side. We go back to this. It appears that knob is on the left side. Now, granted, with the angles, that one is a little questionable. Maybe at the angle of that, maybe that one's on top and just looks like it's on the side. But to me, it looks like it's on the side. I don't know. We don't, that is kind of neither here nor there. When you look at this gun laid in this box, look at the shape of this stock. I'm sorry, but that is not that stock. Nope. Ain't buying it. Do you see any lettering on this ring back here where you adjust the scope? Again, right here. See all that white lettering on that ring where you adjust that scope? And there's all kinds of little details about the scope that to me look off. We could sit here all day and I could pick those things apart. But I don't feel like those are the same gun. I don't. I wish we had a right-hand picture of this gun because I don't believe they're the same gun. Okay. We'll move on. Thought it was pretty interesting. All right. Let's see. Let's see what else I got saved here for us. Okay, that's the gun. Okay, so what we got now is, to me, the biggest, most important thing that came out in the whole entire trial. To me, without a doubt, no question.
And did you notice
nothing else matters more than this little short clip? Actually, you know what? Let's not jump to this just yet. I got one more clip I want to play first. I think. Did I not save that other clip? Oh, no, that was it. I'm sorry. That was it. My bad. Okay. All right, guys, check this out. This is not the single most important, but this is very important. Talking about the gun. They found the gun there, obviously. Whether it was dropped off just shortly before or whatever, we don't know. It might not have been fired. That may be why the dogs didn't find it. There's a couple different reasons it could have been. we all tend to agree that more than likely, most likely, this gun was not used to dispatch Charlie Kirk. So I want you to listen to what she claims they found inside the barrel. Again, impossible if somebody had just used it to eliminate Charlie Kirk.
Did you inspect the interior of this barrel?
I did, yes.
And did you notice whether it had any debris or dust in it?
I believe my notes state that debris and dust was observed in the inside of the barrel, yes.
Ooh, dust?
Okay, and could you further characterize what that was? Debris,
I think it says dust, so I would say dust.
dust?
We
What
took the
can cause
debris
dust
out.
to get inside of a barrel?
A plethora of things. I'm not sure why something is ever in a barrel.
Did you inspect the interior of this barrel?
So she tries to kind of, debris and dust. And then when pressed a little further, she's just like, no, it just says dust. And then he asked her, what do you mean by dust? And she's like, a plethora of things. It's just dust. Okay. So I think that we can take from this that it's not gunpowder residue. It's not little small pieces of gunpowder. I think she would have probably tested it. She probably would have known if that was the case. And she didn't say that it had, some gunpowder in the barrel. She said it had dust in it. I'm just going to tell you right now, any gun, but we're going to say especially something like this, with this 30-06. That big bang that goes on in there and all that energy coming through there, pushing that bullet out at almost 3,000 feet per second, is not going to leave any dust in the barrel. And then when you go drop it off with the bolt closed, as apparently it was dropped off, the bolt is closed. And I don't think even if he'd left it wide open, it would have had it. But it's not like that dust collected there in just the short little while it sat there. So where did the dust come from and why was it in there if it had just been used to kill Charlie Kirk? Again, I say, I don't think it was used to kill Charlie Kirk. I thought that was really interesting. This right here, now we're going to the one I was hyping up. This is the biggest, to me, this is the biggest, most important thing, I believe, that came out of this whole hearing.
Master, given
Let's see. Little context. They were showing different clips. This is the judge asking this question. This guy on the stand was the lead investigator. He worked for the state of Utah, or did work. I don't think he does anymore. Imagine that. Everybody's quitting, retiring, all that good stuff. So anyway, listen to what the judge asks him and how he responds.
is there any footage of the alleged shooting?
There is not, Judge.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that. Ms. Nestor, given that additional information and anything further from defense?
No, but I think
So I just want to really, you hear some people that have tried to argue that's not what he meant. He didn't mean there was no footage. That just meant there was no footage that they were playing at that particular time, that they didn't have any footage of the actual shooting that they were going to play right then. No, that's not the case. He asked him if there was any footage. He said no. And then, given this new information, the judge says, Miss Nestor, do you have anything else? In other words, there's not going to be any more damning evidence coming from the prosecution. Do you feel the need to, jump up and say anything, knowing that there is not a video of him actually pulling the trigger?
I'd like to be crystal clear. You asked if there's any portion of this video that captures, and I believe you asked of the actual shooting.
Here we go.
There's no video of that.
There's no video of that. And when we were talking the other day, I had misquoted him, and I'd said something to the fact, "Do you have any footage?" And I agree with her, the way they word these things sometimes. Oh no, I don't have footage of it, but there could be footage of it. This was asked in a much broader way. Is there any footage of it? No, there is no footage of it. Dad, you can really, to me, you can't take that but one way.
There is video, however, and you've heard testimony related to this.
I mean, he's explaining it. There is no footage.
Where the shooter goes to the top of the low-C building, goes out to the edge of the building, low crawls, and then leaves after what we assume is the shot being fired.
After what we assume is the shot being fired. I mean, we're talking about a 22-year-old kid, capital charges, literally fighting for his life. Could and probably would receive the death penalty if convicted. And he says what we assume is the shot.
That's as close as it gets.
That's as close as it gets. And let me tell you something. If they do not have that footage, it is 1,000% intentional. Because I can't remember the exact number. There are thousands of cameras on that place. They just redid all their cameras. There is a camera right there. Don't ask me to tell you right off the top of my head where it was. Ian Carroll went down there and shot a lot of footage, showed where all the cameras were at. There is a camera right there looking at that very spot that I can guarantee you they would have that on video if it happened.
And the court also recognizes Utah Rule of Evidence 1102 that is the foundation that's being laid for the admission of this exhibit. Having taken in consideration all factors, the court rules that Exhibit 12.4 is admitted into evidence and shall be played in the courtroom and may be broadcast by the media. We can proceed.
Oopsies. So there you go, guys. Don't let anybody lie to you, and trust me, they're outlying a lot. Don't let anybody lie to you. There is no footage of Tyler Robinson shooting Charlie Kirk. I mean, that's as official and on the record as you could be. There is no footage. They have footage of somebody, totally unidentifiable. I don't care what you say, not identifiable. Somebody going up there. They say laying down. Yeah, I think that's probably the case. And then getting up, running, and jumping off the building. No shot. They have no video of anybody shooting Charlie Kirk. All right, which asshole do we want to start with first? Because I've got a few of them here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, and just... I got to show y'all this. Don't know if any of y'all realize this or not, but... Not only were all the big influencers there, I say the turning point, influencers, the Graham Allen, you had Brandon Tater Chip Talmud Tatum, you had Benny Johnson, you had Jack Posobiec, all of them. Not only were those people there, but if you will notice, there's Stacey Sheridan, by the way. That's the one that seems to always have a camera running whenever Erica squeezes a tear out. Y'all know who this guy is? Does this guy look familiar? You may know who that is. The guy right there. That is Brown Shirt Guy. Mr. Palm Pistol Rick Cutler in the flesh. Graced the courtroom with his presence. I just thought that was interesting. Oh yeah, and there's God, I can't even remember that guy's name, that pastor that she does that. Oh, that Erica does that, whatever it is, that podcast, that 365. Anyway, I don't care. But they had everybody there. All right. Let's see which asshole I'm just gonna spin the thing and see where it lands. Oh no, we're not doing that one's the worst one, so we're gonna save it for last. And by the way, if no, we'll play that at the end. Okay. All right, let's see which asshole. Oh man, it's gonna be our favorite, I feel like. One of our favorites. We got a few favorites.
You can see it as clear as the noonday sun that he came into the facility. He climbed onto the roof. He was in a prone position.
Sorry about
he
that,
took
guys.
a shot.
Okay, here we go. This is one of our favorite assholes. So, for anybody that does not know him, this is Mr. Brandon Talmud Tater Chip Tatum himself. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Check this out.
That last video that they showed that was zoomed in, you can see it as clear as the noonday sun that he came into the facility. He climbed onto the roof. He was in a prone position. He took a shot, ran and jumped off the roof just like the testimony showed.
The thing that I do just have to say is that I know that you guys watching on live stream couldn't see the last video that was shown. Well, it wasn't edited. It was zoomed in. Yeah. It was zoomed in from
Adams Acre. I am Central Standard Time. I am in God's country. That's God's time because I'm in Middle Tennessee. God's country.
The surveillance video off campus, and specifically the part of the Losi Center, the roof, and you see everything.
We were there and witnessed everything, and you have to hear the.
This is a compilation. I forgot. I'm sorry. This is not the one that I meant to show. My bad. Y'all forgive me. Okay, we're going to find another one.
I would say beyond probable cause at this point.
All right, here we
think
go.
that
This one is pretty good, guys. He's going to tell you what is up with all this. He's going to tell you what you need to believe, and trust me, bro. What I saw, all that good shit.
I think everything's been proven. I think
Everything's been proven.
I think it's proven. I would say beyond probable cause at this point. I think that the question for me
He can't even look the camera in the eye.
is how do you even get reasonable doubt when there's so much evidence? But
Well, let's see. I ain't got time.
thing that I do just have to say is that I know that you guys watching on live stream couldn't see the last video that was shown. Well, it wasn't edited. It was.
Look at the camera, dude. What the fuck?
It was zoomed in. It was zoomed in from the surveillance video off campus, and specifically the part of the Losi Center, the roof, and you see everything. You see everything.
Everything.
Climbs over.
Everything.
Assembles a
Everything.
gun.
Everything.
He runs over to the edge. Gets down in a prone position, and you see the time, and we all know what time, and it was like so slow, just watching those seconds, click, 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 and then you see him take the shot, and he takes the shot.
Oh, you see him take the shot. Well, he's arguing with the prosecution. That ain't what the prosecution just said, is it?
And then immediately runs, and we've seen that video already, but
Yeah, we have. And it's the same video. They just zoomed in a little more on it. Very little more.
I wasn't I knew we were going to watch that, but I wasn't prepared to see this side of what happened because we've never seen it before. We saw the other end of the shot, obviously, but this was a whole other level of just evil, and I got very upset watching it.
He probably did. He thought, God bless America. Is this all they got to prosecute this guy with? We'll never get a guilty.
And
I could assume he probably was very upset watching it. Is this all the shit? This is all they've got?
obviously the family was very hard for them to watch. And I looked over and I saw Tyler wasn't even looking. He wasn't even looking. See what he did. And I would just say that I do wish, the public could see that. I hope that video is made public, not because I want it to happen. I didn't want any of this to happen. I hate all of this. I hate being here.
You're over explaining, dude.
But people need to see what happened. People need to see the other side of this, because this is a case. We need to see the truth. We need to see the facts. And it's the video of the sniper taking the shot. It is exactly what you think it would look like, but it's.
There are other people that would tend to disagree with you.
It's one of the hardest things I've ever had to watch, probably since the initial, when this happened, the first video.
Powered by TPUSA. Front lines. Yep, this is their front. This is their front lines. Oh, this is the assholes. They're just absolutely destroying their credibility and making them look like complete idiots and assholes for the world to see. That shows you how much they really care about these people. They don't care about anybody, I guess. I guess when Charlie died, the give a damn died with him. So, you know, a lot of stuff, it appears, died with him. Okay, let's see. Okay, we saved the best one for last. He really knows how to tell a story. You think that was good? There's the Benny Johnson, and I am so ashamed that I actually used to listen to some of these
Preliminary
people.
murder trial just wrapped. We were there.
I do not know how I was able to do it. I can guarantee you I don't now. I couldn't listen. This is as much as I could handle from these people. Listen to this son of a bitch lie.
We're outside of the 4th District Courthouse here in Utah. The Charlie Kirk preliminary murder trial just wrapped. We were there and witnessed everything. And you have to hear this because it was devastating what we watched. The judge ruled that you can't see the high definition quality video 4K of
high definition quality video 4K. Well, a little bird told me it wasn't 4K, that it was the same grainy, gritty shit that we got. It just zoomed in more, which makes it more grainy and gritty.
Tyler Robinson committing the murder of Charlie Kirk. But we saw it, and they played it on giant screens inside of the courthouse. You can see clearly Tyler Robinson's face. You can see crystal clear the license plate number on his vehicle, his movements on the rooftop. You can time it up to when Charlie Kirk was murdered. And what you also couldn't see was what happened inside of the courthouse. Erica Kirk was sobbing in the arms of her mother-in-law, Charlie's mother, Mrs. Kirk. Feet away is Tyler Robinson, pale, sallow, bony, emaciated, staring at the
He's been in fucking jail for almost a year.
the whole time. Twitching.
He hadn't had time to work on his tan.
And looking straight ahead, refuses to watch the video, refused to make eye contact with the family. Emotional day. The judge played all 20 minutes of the high definition security footage. And
how many times is he going to say high definition? That's when you know you're getting lied to. That's when you know they're propagandizing you. High definition, 4K, high definition. And we're only, let's see. We're about, we've been through about a minute
The whole courthouse gasped when it was over. It was really tough to watch. The prosecution has a demonstrable, overwhelming case. They said that multiple times.
Overwhelming. He missed the part where the judge asked if they've got video of the shot being taken, and the prosecutor said no. He missed that. He must have been, I don't know. Maybe he was taking a piss.
The defense has nothing.
The defense has nothing, and they may not.
They asked minutia questions about DNA evidence.
Minutia questions.
But the judge was just chewing them along as we get to this 4K video reveal that will eventually be made public.
You see her behind him. She's wanting to go, but she can't.
It's already a case that is overwhelming against Tyler Robinson. But once you see this video, you will cast out all of the demons that have been attacking the Kirk family.
Oh.
It has been one of the most grotesque demonic evils that have been visited upon innocent people. It's happened to this beautiful family. Once you see all of the evidence that we saw today, it's over. And that's what the lawyers said.
I don't know what it is about these people not being able to look at the camera. Like every now and then he can make himself guide his eyes over to that camera lens, but then he's right back off to the side.
Pray. Erica Kirk asked us to do this. Pray.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Erica Kirk asked you to do this? Well, that doesn't seem very organic.
Pray for a speedy trial. We have a right to a speedy trial here. It's in our Constitution.
No, you ain't got a right to shit.
We don't have to wait years in order to get to a trial phase here. We want justice to be done. Justice has to be done in this case. And done
I agree.
So please pray for the Kirks. They've been through enough. Time for justice for the widow. And just a word to all the Christians out there. The Bible calls us in the Old Testament, the New Testament, to defend the widow, to defend the orphans, to provide for her and to stand up for her.
Provide for her, because she's going through such times of need. She can't even afford to put food on the table.
And so be a Christian today. Be upright.
A Christian today.
Please pray for justice in this case and a speedy trial. Thank you. God bless you.
Look at that look on her face. That says everything. Oh, man. She says, what an ass. What an ass. I don't know. It's hilarious. The sad part about it is that some people believe it. But that's what we're trying to do here. All right. So, Miss Brandy, awesome work. She was also in the courtroom along with Brandon Tatum, Benny Johnson, and Graham Allen. And this is her take. Y'all go give her a follow on X. And she's also on YouTube. I'm pretty sure her YouTube channel is the same, Brandy Siciliani. I was in the courtroom today. There is no high quality zoomed in footage showing anyone taking a shot. The video shown is the same distance as the footage of Tyler jumping off, air quotes Tyler, jumping off the roof, shown in this screenshot. I have no idea why people are claiming otherwise. They know the video isn't going to be released publicly, so they're misrepresenting what was actually shown in court. And that right there is a screenshot from the same footage that everybody saw. We've seen it 1,000 times. It is no different. It's not a different camera. It's not a different view. It's the exact same camera, exact same video, just zoomed in a little bit. And of course, probably a few more seconds of, somebody laying down out there. But no shot being taken. So, there you go. I just cannot stand these people. I absolutely cannot stand them. And then Graham Allen felt the need to, defend himself and some of the others. And guess who he's going to go after here?
Person is a part.
Guess who he goes after here? Yeah, the same person I just read that post from, Miss Brandy Siciliani. This is where she says she was in the courtroom today, and there is no high-quality zoomed-in footage. And he was one of the assholes that jumped on there and claimed, oh my God, it was awful, it's terrible, it's horrible. We saw it, seen everything.
Okay, let me start off. This person is a part of Candace cult. She's an idiot. along with all of these other people that are now saying that the video did not show what we all say it shows. It's because they live under this concept that that person is not Tyler Robinson. The video zoomed in.
No. She said that it doesn't show anybody taking a shot. It says it right here. Anyone. The zoomed in footage showing there is no high quality zoomed in footage showing anyone taking a shot. She did not say Tyler Robinson. So, no, you can't go with that because we think it's not Tyler. That means that it doesn't show Tyler taking a shot. Nope, that ain't working.
Clearly shows the individual
Clearly.
getting into the prone position, the timestamps of exactly when Charlie was shot, that individual taking the shot, getting up, running off, jumping off the thing. These are the same people that are spreading the lie that the prosecution has no video evidence of the person taking the shot when they took it.
The fucking prosecutor just said it. The judge asked. He was probably feeling like this was very anticlimactic, you know? I mean, he probably was hoping there was something like that. And he asked him specifically, the prosecutor said, no, we don't. So it's us lying when we say that there is no footage of it? No, we're just taking them at their word.
Out of context clip.
You're supposed to believe these prosecutors. They are above reproach. You got to believe what they say. I believe in what they say. They say they have no footage of it.
And where the judge was simply asking, is there any footage of someone taking a shot? Because he wanted to be able to alert the family members.
No, and no. This is what I was telling you about. This is the way they're trying to twist it. No. He asked that and then said, in light of this new situation, Miss Nestor, do you need to do anything else? He didn't say anything about, okay, family, y'all can leave now, or okay, family, it's safe for y'all to stay. No. He asked, is there any footage of it? And he was told no. And then it was explained by the prosecution that they had video of somebody going up there, laying down, and then getting up and leaving. No shot.
Like this person cannot be trusted. They work with Candace Owens. They believe Candace Owens is the head witch of the coven. These people are no different. They're brain dead. They're lying to you because their lies are all falling apart in real time. So they're making their money while they can. The video will come out. None of us are afraid.
The video did come out accidentally for just a little short while, but that's all it takes with the internet.
Of it coming out. This person will be.
Oh, shit. I love Graham Allen. He has been such a...
Okay, let me start off.
He has been such a source of good laughs. I'm telling you. Okay, guys, we're going to wrap it up here pretty quick. Let me find my Candace clip if I can.
Yeah, this guy here. I could see him in his car driving along the way, and he hears that Brooksby is going to do this press.
I always say that. All right. Y'all would know what to think.
All
if
right,
y'all
you
come
guys,
in here,
I am
though,
finally
and
back.
All 100% prepared, good to go. Everything just bam, 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 bam. That would just be too smooth. All right, let's see here. All right, where? Okay, transcript. Thank you. Well, show the transcript. Oh, okay. Here we go. All right, let's see. Get way down here. All right, just trying to figure out how far I needed to go. All right, let's do this. Okay.
out.
Fire in a hole, guys. Fire in a hole. Actually, you know what? Let me do this. Sorry, guys. I will add this right back.
About Ben Shapiro's character and how he operates behind the scenes to stop people, just like Megyn Kelly.
And I'm sure some of y'all have heard this. Maybe all of you have, but I think it's worth playing again. This is absolutely damning in my mind. Just my mind.
Kelly has had that experience recently. It is just who Ben is. It's how he was raised. And apparently it has a lot to do with his father, who controls accounts and uses pen names to write nice stuff about his son and follows him wherever he works. There is a psychopathology there without question. Now, I kept saying that I don't know how, but I do feel that somehow Ben Shapiro was set up in this. I'll pick up the bloody mic. He races to give $1 million. His company is suffering, but he's giving $1 million to Turning Point USA. Erica allows him to open despite what she knows, which is that her husband didn't like this guy at AmFest. What is going on here? What is actually happening here? Then there was this really strange phone call that I had with Matt Walsh, and I did not know that Ben Shapiro was in town on this date when I had the phone call. I'll talk about that another time because we are pressed for time, but I explained to my team, I made it clear to them on that December day that I just feel like Daily Wire is somehow more involved in this, and I don't really know how. Well, guess what? The answer arrived. Ben Shapiro shared something that is stunning. It is crazy. When we left, we were talking about this car ride. Something is not right about this car ride to the hospital, which Brian Harpole is suing me over and using Ben Shapiro's lawyers and Ben Shapiro's brother-in-law to do so, right? Ben Shapiro's lawyers who have been suing me and my family for years because he can't earn, he has to steal. And the courts is a great way to do that. Violations, you violated a non-disparagement. I'm going to sue you, I'm going to sue you, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you into bankruptcy. You can't win without stealing. Well, Ben Shapiro made this admission, which was shocking, about what took place in that very short car ride, approximate 7-minute car ride to the hospital after Charlie got hit. Ben Shapiro was receiving live updates from somebody in that vehicle. Take a listen.
I remember where I was when all this was happening. I was in Los Angeles. I had sort of a breakfast/lunch meeting with somebody. And I got the news that Charlie had been shot. And my security was on the phone with Charlie's security because nobody knew what the hell was going on. Well, Charlie was still in the back of the car and we were sort of...
Okay. So he was talking to one of the 5 guys in that car while they were trying to get Charlie to the hospital. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. And if that is the case, oh, Houston, we got a problem.
Getting updates along the way. There's visual timelines that show Charlie's body being carried to a vehicle within minutes of being shot. Apparently, he was still alive at the time. Again, I know that only because my security was...
Yeah, seconds of being shot, actually, buddy, not minutes of being shot.
Was talking to his security.
And I use that term shot very, very loosely.
In the car.
Yeah, that was what I thought.
Somebody make that make sense.
Oh, I can.
Go ahead.
I can make it make sense.
You're going to have to become a conspiracy theorist to make that make sense. This is the enemy of Charlie Kirk is telling you that he was receiving live updates during 7 minutes, critical minutes, while Charlie was bleeding in the backseat, while Brian Harpole, let's go back and actually show our diagram. Brian Harpole stipulates that it couldn't have been him that was writing those updates because he was just packing like 40 feet of gauze into Charlie's neck. And it couldn't have been Rick Cutler because Rick Cutler had him. He had the tattoo. He was holding his brother. He saw the tattoo with 2 hands because the door was wide open because Charlie's so tall, he was hanging out. And there's evidence of that because they caught a police tail. Then we have Frank Turek. Now, his story, I will say, is a little complicated. We are told he was praying in the backseat, but also Frank says that he started CPR, but Brian Harpole says no such thing took place because CPR would have been the wrong thing to do while he was bleeding. Gets a little... Frank Turek is an option, for sure. Yeah, Frank Turek is an option of someone who could have been statusing Ben Shapiro's security during this time. We've got Dan Flood and Justin Davis. Justin Davis was driving upwards to 100 miles per hour. I'm going to say he didn't phone.
Just for the record, it drives me absolutely freaking batshit crazy the way she says that. But I appreciate her, respect her, and enjoy all her content. Well, recently anyway. But just so everybody knows, I don't say miles per an hour. It drives me shitty, crazy, batshit crazy.
Own Ben Shapiro's or answer the phone call of Ben Shapiro's security to update him because he was focused on the road. That would make the most sense. If the story that Brian Harpole told was true, that leaves us with Dan Flood. Either Dan Flood or Frank Turek were providing updates.
Except Frank Turek's story is he was on FaceTime with his kids. Matter of fact, the whole time he was at the hospital, realized when he got back to the room, he was still on FaceTime with his kids. Yeah, right.
But it couldn't have been Frank Turek. I'm sorry, I've lost my mind. Frank Turek left his kids on FaceTime. I'm so sorry. We're playing Guess Who right now. Frank Turek's down. He's down. Remember, his phone, he just didn't even realize while he was praying out loud, his kids were just left on the phone on FaceTime because that's what he was doing. So it can't be Frank. You're down. Bye-bye, Brian. Bye-bye, Rick Cutler. Justin and Dan. In this dark game of Guess Who.
I'm guessing it's probably the one person that everybody has expected to make a statement, allegedly, and has not, like the head of security that was directly employed for Turning Point by Charlie. Yeah, been strangely quiet, and he wasn't driving 100 miles an hour. He wasn't hanging out of an open door. He wasn't holding someone in the car that was hanging out an open door. And he wasn't on FaceTime, allegedly, possibly praying out loud and doing CPR all at the same time. So, I mean, yeah, he was supposed to be giving directions, but I would say his hands would have been the freest.
Which one of you guys called 911?
Oh, no. Why would you do that?
Because they've never said who called 911 because the 911 calls that were released show that neither of them called 911. Is there a missing 911 call? Why would we not have it? That's public information. Who called 911? Someone called 911 and then called Ben's security or answered Ben's security's call and provided updates. So Ben knew what was happening before the rest of the world found out around 12:38 p.m.
Speaking of 911, Blake did a Spaces. It was like 5 hours long, so we're definitely not going to just sit there and go all the way through it. I need to piece some of it out. But there are some very, very interesting things he said in there, one of which was about the 911 call. Somebody asked him, did he call 911, and if not, why? And you know what his answer is? He is just absolutely best buddies with Charlie Kirk. Loves him to death. They're like brothers. They go everywhere, do everything together, all of that. But when asked about that, you know what he said? No, I thought it would be pointless to call 911 because there was like a trillion other people there and surely somebody else would be calling 911. Really? Really? With friends like that, who needs enemies?
By the time that video began making the rounds, it was 12:38 p.m. If you go back and check on X, Ben knew sooner because someone in that car informed his security that Charlie had been hit. Rather than focusing on the chaos of trying to save Charlie's life, they said, you know what? 911 can wait. Ben needs an update right now. I know what my gut is telling me about Charlie's assassination. I've been clear on the fact that I believe Israel is involved, and I've been clear on the fact that there is something very dark about the history of Ben Shapiro, the way that he started.
But who's their point man here in the good old U.S.? Who's their point man over here? You know, they'd have to have somebody they could trust to, get things done, send updates back to Tel Aviv.
Stalks and obsesses. I've made it clear on this show that it's getting to a point when you get fired from a company and for 2.5 years, they stalk you via the court system. There's something that starts to feel dangerous about it. And I've been saying he's too close to this situation. Ben is just too close to this situation for someone who was not friends with Charlie Kirk. And the panic of which a bunch of influencers then tried to come out and persuade the public that this was normal, that they were all receiving that they're lying through their teeth. Tim Pool is lying through his teeth. He did not receive updates from somebody in that car about Charlie's status. Jeremy Boring, who just wanted to insert himself, jumped in and tried to pretend that it was my security that was getting those updates. I confirmed that is a lie. They said they were not on the phone with anybody in that car during those crucial minutes. Okay? Jeremy Boring lied through his teeth. So,
I mean, that's pretty shitty. Jeremy Bourne trying to turn this around and then actually implicate her in all this bullshit.
Who on Ben's IDF Israeli Mossad security apparatus team, former IDF, was receiving updates about Charlie's condition and why? And who was Ben Shapiro at lunch with? In fact, I'd like to know so much that if somebody can provide evidence of who he was at lunch with, because I have a hunch of who he was with in LA when this happened, I will put up $10,000 bounty on that piece of information. Tips at CandaceOwens.com. 10,000 bounty. Just want to know who he was at lunch with. So I don't like this. I know what my gut has told me about the situation from the moment that it took place. I know what beyond my gut and beyond my dreams, the statement from Andrew Colbert, it was supposed to be you. Was it? Was it? Is it fair to ask if it's plausible that when Charlie was taken to the Hamptons, the phone call no one wants to address from Bibi Netanyahu, is it fair to ask the question if it was literally supposed to be me who was supposed to be back on tour with Charlie? Did he say no to killing Candace Owens?
I've wondered that myself. Hey, Charlie, just how much does she mean to you? She sure is a thorn in my side, a pain in my ass.
And then did he become a liability because he said no? What did Charlie turn down from Bibi Netanyahu while Erica was there? Again, the people that were present don't even want to acknowledge the phone call. I only got an acknowledgement that it happened from Erica in person, who then said, oh, he was just following up on a letter that Charlie wrote in May. Really? Bill Ackman's house, you put Bibi Netanyahu on the phone? And he's just like, hey, I got your letter. I want to talk about that letter from months ago. This feels like a good time. I don't buy it, guys. I think this is darker than we could ever imagine. I think Baron Coleman put it in the correct terms when he said, Charlie said no to something way deeper and darker, to the Prince of Darkness himself. I do believe that. We're going to find out more. I'm on top of that car. Do not stop investigating, okay? All of these sidetracking stuff, these reports coming out, trying to say this person, oh, even looking into this makes you put a target on air. Ignore the noise. Ignore the influencers. They have chosen a side, okay? They have made the decision to sell their souls, and their reward for that, selling your soul, will be eternal, okay? Ain't the reward you want, but it will be eternal. Eternal damnation is a reward of sorts, I suppose. That's my belief. Stay focused on this investigation. We will have so much more this week in terms of where we left off on what was going on in that car. We got an unbelievable tip about that piece, which we describe as looking like cardboard that was in the back. I believe this is what has caused the mass panic, the reports, the influencers attacking, naming me. It is meant to be a distraction, but I feel fortified right now. And I need the rest of you guys to as well. I need everybody to be focused, go max, get more information, keep pressing. They're already going to allow the trial to go through. Good. We will never get an opportunity to understand what rules over us than right now. Like this is the biggest opportunity for us to really stare this beast in the face. Everything is being exposed, just as Charlie expected. He said his death would be associated with a wider awakening. And let me tell you right now, my eyes are wide open. Your eyes are wide open. Keep them wide open. Keep sending tips. Again, I am looking for specific information regarding the timing of when the K-9 units were around. I know they were eventually sent on their way. They were not allowed to enter the courtyard. That also became clear in testimony that they immediately closed the courtyard off to anybody but the feds. The FBI took over that region. So we can now reasonably assume that the paver was telling the truth when he said that the FBI made the call, because only the FBI was allowed to make calls about what was going on in the courtyard. The FBI then kept the bomb dogs away from the courtyard. The FBI is evidently to me, in my opinion, engaged in a massive cover-up. I will tell you that I had a sense immediately that Charlie was betrayed. On September 10th, immediately I said he was betrayed. But I also had a sense they wouldn't get away with it. And I want to leave you with that optimistic note because we're not going to have, maybe we have time today to get into comments. I don't know. We will take a brief break here and we'll come right back and do a few comments, actually. All right, you guys, I recently announced that my family is growing. I feel like it's always growing, and we are...
All righty. Well, you know, I agree with you. I think that was Rick that I just saw that comment from. I do agree with you. So... right, guys. I think I've done enough damage for one day. Looks like everybody's getting bored. Looks like there's just a few of you left. I don't know. I don't know if YouTube is got me in the corner or what, but obviously they didn't push me out like they ordinarily do. We've been having close to 100, but now I didn't get to do one at all in the mornings last week, so maybe we'll get back to where we were at. We were doing almost 100 a lot of mornings, so anyway, um, we'll get back there. We'll get back there. This morning just wasn't the morning. It's all good. I am glad for each and every one of you that were here. Even if just my good old, my good old regulars, my good old ones I know I can always count on being here. As long as I've got y'all guys here, that's all I really, really need anyway. So I really, really appreciate everybody showed up. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. You are very, very sweet. Yes, please hype it. Please hype it. Please hype it. After the video is done processing, you can go back in there and go to the comments and right below the video, and you should be able to scroll over, and there's a hype button there. So, yes, that would be awesome. I love the hype. So, y'all please hype, please hype. Alrighty then. Heather P. Man, yeah, you're a little late. I'm sorry. We're just going out. We met you going out the door as you were coming in. Hey, back it up, and then make sure you hit that hype while you're there. So hype it, hype it, hype it. Yeah, I've got a yes, there you go. Thank you, Heather P. Very much. So anyway, guys, I'll be back in the morning. Not exactly sure what we'll be talking about yet. Got a few things I've been rolling around. I don't know. We'll just see. Just be watching for that thumbnail, guys. I wanted to let y'all know this Friday I will be doing a collab. It's not going to be just a me and Greg thing. I'm doing a collab with Greg, but also oh Lord, my mind just went blank. Hold on. One of them is with Steve Cameron, and as far as I know, maybe Allie's going to be there. And oh my God, let's see. I am retarded. All right, let's see. Who all's going to be there? I'm just going back to my. Okay. Is anybody familiar with Don Jeffries? He's gonna be the one that's actually hosting it, but I'll be streaming it. So, but Don Jeffries is the one that's going to be hosting, and it will be along with Steve Cameron and Allie and Greg, myself, and guess who the special guest is going to be? Everybody's favorite, John Bray. Yep, John Bray. He asked me if I could get him on, so I hit him up, and bam. So y'all don't want to miss that. That will be Friday. I will get y'all a time ASAP. I will have that out before too long. Just be watching for that. Don't want to miss that Friday afternoon. That's going to be a great way to spend your Friday afternoon. I can promise that. So, Miss Shauna, yes, you can. You got my email address there. It's going across the top. The real one, pcast@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. Because there are times where I need more than just the couple, for sure. Days like today, not so much, but trust me, when John was here, we had 200 plus, and when you got 200 people in there, it gets a little hectic. So, and hopefully that number's going to keep going up. So, guys, going to get off here, going to go do some real work, going to go sweat my ass off just like I did yesterday. And yeah, we'll do this again real soon. Thank you for the super chats and the memberships. And we will be doing stay tuned on the members chat or the member stream. We'll be doing a member stream here in the next few days. So I'll let y'all know on that. I believe the first topic is going to be the moon landing. That'll be a good one, I can promise you. So guys, I had a good time. Looking forward to it again in the morning. I'm going to get out of here, and I will see each and every one of you right back here. real soon. Thanks, guys. Much love.
When the facts get twisted and the lies stack tall, my red, white, and blue heart starts at answering the call. Question everything. Don't swallow the lies they try to sell. 'Cause sometimes lies